We are now going into the semi-final winner bracket number 2, which is between Sunshine and Stone. So we have Sunshine playing for Antwerp's Aces, if I remember correctly, traveling over from Belgium to compete here, and he has qualified, so first of all, congratulations. But where is he going to seed? And that is what we're going to determine now. And we also have Stone, UK veteran, all the way back from Brood War, now playing in this. Well, let's see who will win. Let's get into this.
Yes, we shall, and it should be great by the looks of it. We have our scoreboard now properly set up, should hopefully be working okay. Always nice. And we'll be going into the game very shortly. We're going to kick it off once again on Antigua Shipyard.
Yeah, though it's got Zerg here, unfortunately, on the starboard.
Okay.
Sunshine is playing Terran.
I will fix that. They will go back to our wonderful faces on camera while I fix that. And there we go. He's playing Terran.
And now it's fixed, and we go back to the game screen, and nothing ever changed.
And of course, nothing of value was
and
lost.
the game's not loading.
Yeah, see, that is talent right here.
It is indeed. And have to see if this game's actually going to load.
Yep, Sunshine has to pedal just a little bit faster in order to get this game to run.
Stone, I haven't seen him play in a long time. Last time I saw him play, he was so aggressive, but he always backed it up with pretty decent economy too, because he is a brutal player. You know, it is a macro game, so he does like to have that as his backbone within his play, but at the same time, he is a very, very aggressive Zerg player. Sunshine, I do not know much about. I think I've played him once on the ladder where I random Terran, I think. We had TVT, and he was playing very, very mech. Very heavy mech, but I don't think that that's going to be an option here, especially on, well, maybe on Antigua Shipyard, but we'll have to see what he decides to do. Yeah,
I've seen it every now and again, and obviously mech does have some viability issues against a high-level Zerg player simply because they don't have a real answer to high counts of Mutalisk, which, of course, we see all the time. Like, well, let's just build Thors. No, it's not actually that easy, and Thors can get crushed by a high Muta count. But it's my pleasure to introduce to you Sunshine. Lollipops and rainbows. He is in the yellow trunks, and he is playing Terran to the west of Antigua Shipyard versus his opponent, Stone. He is in the blue trunks playing Zerg to the north.
And Stone should be opening up with that early 15 hatchery into a relatively late spawning pool. You can get away with 16, 17 spawning pool, to be honest, because not many players are going to be opening up 2 barracks aggression like used to be in the previous patch. And ever since that barracks change, it's usually Reactor Hellions, pretty much the standard opening. On this map, if you do play against Reactor Hellion, you're going to have to be so careful because the natural is very wide open. There is so many ways for Hellions to run by. They can get behind the mineral line and get into an amazing position, which is really, really difficult. And the way to deal with it is you have to stop them even coming up. As soon as they get onto creep, you have to nail them down. And so far, we've seen a 12 barracks go down here for Sunshine. He should be taking gas very, very soon, unless he is going to play gasless, which would be not such a good idea against a player like Stone, I don't think. And we are actually seeing him play gasless here. He has not gone for a second barracks either, so it's going to be a 1 barracks into an expansion play. The thing is, though, we have got a hatchery first. There's no extractor taken down, so there's no early pressure straight away. But does Stone get an extractor before the spawning pool, and does he want to play aggressive against this style? Yeah,
that will be what determines it. Extractor, then definitely we can see aggression coming in. There's no real possibility for aggression if you don't grab the extractor, and Stone has not done it yet, and it would be extremely late to pick it up after that. It's still doable, certainly, but no, it doesn't look like Stone is going to get aggressive initially, and perhaps thinking that his opponent at some point may go for the Hellion play that you did mention earlier, and will try to just play extra defensive in order to deal with that. But he has seen no gas, he's seen that 1 barracks down, he hasn't seen a reactor or anything like that, so he knows if Hellions do come, they're going to be significantly later.
Yeah, I mean, it still could have been a 2 barracks play, just not scouted, of course, if the barracks was hidden, so he's just, you know, playing a little bit safe. He did get a 14 spawning pool, not super late, but we are actually seeing the second command center come down now for Sunshine within his base, kind of hiding it a little bit. What I want to see from Stone, though, is he should be trying to take a fast third base against this style. You do not want to be playing 2-base Mutalisk against this fast expansion play, simply because by the time your Mutalisk get there, he's going to have such a good up-and-running economy that the Mutalisk will not be able to do the damage needed. And we'll have to see what he does decide to do. He could still bust as well. He is mining gas. If he stays in gas after speed has been completed, he could throw down a Roach Warren, he could throw down a Bailey Nest. We'll have to see what he does decide to do.
Yeah, that would work fairly well, I have to say. That should do the job for him, and if he does take this fast third, it's a good map to do it. It's really quite nice. As long as you start running this creep forward, get an extra queen out, start pushing the creep forward, just dump down at least one creep tumor, spend that 25 energy there, and then start to push that forward, and you can join it up here. Taking the fast third on this map, not particularly difficult. It also puts you in a good position to then try and push out and take the center, which has always been the critical flashpoint on Antigua Shipyard. But neither of these players getting aggressive just yet. Stone with 2 queens out, focusing on droning as much as he can.
And he's taken out of gas, basically, Stone.
Yep.
So he will be looking to expand around the 6-minute mark, probably. And over here, Sunshine has got a factory ASAP. When you play this 1 barracks into expansion, you need a factory out. You need double gas. The reason for it is if Stone did decide to go bait and bust, if you don't get tanks out as fast as possible, you'll die, basically. Yep. Unless you have Marine King splitting, which usually isn't the case with England, unfortunately.
Well, yes.
It's pretty hard to do.
Yeah, Marine King is a little bit crazy in that regard, so I wouldn't rely on that. Yep, tank splash required to deal with Banelings if you don't have it.
Oh no, look at this. It's actually going to be a double starport. He's actually going to go into this double starport. He is going to reactor, so it looks like it's going to be Banshee and Hellion at the same time.
Yeah.
And this is going to be strong, especially when I'm looking around the map and there's not a single Overlord that can scout this. He has no idea. He is wise on his timings. He has thrown down the Evolution Chamber before the 7-minute mark, which is the regular timing. But is he going to know anything? He's built 2 spine crawlers, which are completely useless right now. So that's 200 minerals wasted. So we're going to have to see how this is going to work out because he's got double gas down. There goes the tech labs down as well. He will probably want to get a 3rd gas maybe, especially if he wants to go cloak, he'll probably need a 3rd gas, but if he doesn't, he'll stay on 2. But this is going to be very difficult for Stone to deal with if he doesn't scout.
Yeah, I mean, I would have hoped to have seen a faster lair there from Stone. He's only just started it now in order to deal with that, start to get the meter count up and shut down both the Hellions and the Banshees. Admittedly, will they be able to do so quick enough in order to destroy it? The thing is, this attack is going to land before the Spire. There's no doubt about that. And how does Stone hold against something like that with only 3 queens? And yes, he's got some spines, but it's very easy to run those Hellions past the spine crawlers, and the main, for instance, is completely undefended.
Yeah, he's built a single spore crawler on the natural, but that's not enough.
No,
not against 4-6 Banshees, which he should wait for, to be honest. And we do have the 3rd gasman taken as well, so he hasn't researched cloak yet, so I don't think he's going to go for it, actually. He's just going to go double into Banshees. Probably go when he hits 4. Waiting for 6 is pushing it a bit too late because Mulus can come out, so he's probably just going to wait for 4. And he's going to have a lot of Hellions as well to do damage on the ground. But right now, this is looking so difficult because a single spore crawler and 3 queens. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm liking actually the decision here by Sunshine not to go for the cloak, but that's a good surround right there. But normally get a failing detonation on that, cleans that up quite nicely, and the Hellion follow-up is going to come in again. Yeah. But the question is, does Stone suspect what's coming with them?
And the 4 Banshees are about to come out now, and we actually have more factories going down. So we are seeing this kind of mech style playing from him, even against Zerg. And now the 4 Banshees are about to pop. If he wants to fight, he has to go into the main. He may be able to snipe the Infestor Pit, which is very easily killed here. If he fights on the natural with that Spore Crawler, the 4 Banshees will not do it and will not cut it against 3 Queens and a Spore Crawler. In the main, though, 3 Queens, let's go. All day long, Banshees will win that fight.
Yep, no doubt. And that Queen's going to get crushed within 2 salvos here. And now the question is, what does he try and focus on? What does he try and kill? He immediately eliminates the defense right there, perhaps for a Hellion follow-up. But he's just going to be able to clean out this mineral line and then needs to decide what does he want to kill. Does he want to kill the lair, which obviously takes quite a lot more time? Does he believe that his opponent will not be able to get the units up in time to deal with this? He would be correct. The lair will go down here. I don't see how Stone can stop that from happening.
Yeah, then the Infestation Pit should be next, and then the Spawning Pool. There's enough time to kill both of these. The Queens will not do it, so lair goes down. Focus should be the Infestation Pit next. Well, Queens if they come, of course.
Yep.
And he is going to kill these Queens off so easily. Look at that DPS. Now the Infestation Pit, and that puts him back into the Stone Ages if he gets that Infestation Pit as well.
The Stone Ages, I like that, Apollo. That's excellent stuff. And unfortunately for Stone, this It's not the sunshine of his life. We've got Evolution Chamber potentially going down before that +1 upgrade coming in. That'll be nice, and the Queen can be easily sniped by one Salva. He can even kill the Spore Crawler right now before it's even able to deploy. He decides, no, he's just going to rely on superior Banshee control. This is absolutely devastating right here for Stone. He had no answer to this whatsoever. Another Evo Chamber destroyed. Tech is decimated, and Sunshine has not lost a single Banshee.
No, he's... All Banshees have done so much. He's got a third command center. He's already taken the refineries on the third base. He's got +1 attack coming. He's got 4 factories running. As soon as that third base plants down, he can add on another 2 factories, go up to 6. He's just playing so well. And these Banshees have enabled him to do literally anything he wants to do. And he doesn't even need to go for a timing attack. He can do, but he doesn't need to. He can sit, take a third, sit, take a fourth, max out. And especially when you play mech, you kind of want to get to that 200 army as soon as possible. If you go for a timing attack, yes, you may be able to kill your opponent, but if you lose that push, if you lose this wave, that's it, lights out. You're gonna lose the rest of the game, usually against Zerg. So even though he's pushing, he has to still be careful.
Yeah, at this point, looking at the army supply count, it seems almost inconceivable that Sunshine can actually lose this engagement. It is certainly a possibility, though, as you pointed out. Zerg, very reactive race. They can pop out a lot of units very fast. You've got to be extremely careful how the engagements go. But the Hellion count is, I think the official scientific term would be silly. It's on 16 right now, and he also has the +1 upgrade just to make matters even worse for his opponent. A nice fungal at the front there, grabbing all 4 of the Banshees. He'll be able to follow that one up, though. It doesn't look like he can. The Banshees remain alive. This is absolutely devastating right here for Stone. So the Belgian player is going to smash his way through him in this game, and it was a nice bit of build order from Sunshine. Stone had no answer to it whatsoever. Will he keep all 4 alive? It looks like he still will. And now the massive Hellion count with their CV support rolling into the natural with Stone with absolutely no response to it.
Yeah, just smashing through it. Even though there was that small chance that he lost that army, it doesn't matter. He's got so much. There was a chance where I was like, oh, he's going to lose all 4 Banshees, but SCVs were repairing them underneath of Thunder Growth as well. And he's going to take the layer down once again. And even with 32 Lings are about to pop, as you said, so many Hellions right now. There are 18 Hellions out on the field. That is more than enough to deal with 100 Lings.
Down goes yet another lair for Stone. And what do you do from this point? Well, you hide in the corner, as you can see right there. You cower, and you hope against hope that some Mercy is coming in. And a quick counter-attack here with Lynx managing to run by, and a bit of a slipper from control here by Sunshine. Stone refusing to give in, but still now the tanks are deployed, the hard contain has been locked into place. Stone is 100 supply behind. A miracle required here to come back in this game, and I think it's just a matter of time before Stone gives it up as a loss.
Yeah, I mean, he's pretty much dead. I mean, 47 supply versus 160. And it was all about those 4 Banshees. If he had dealt with them better, if he had scouted more importantly, and especially in these positions, you can get an Overlord north of that refinery on the main base to go in there. And not scouting when you play the reactionary race. This is what happens when you cannot react to something until the last minute. And unfortunately, he is going to lose the first game in this best-of-3 series. But he has the next map choice now. GG is called. He has the next map choice. He can now choose his preferred map. Probably a larger map.